Alright everyone, I felt like I had to make this video, especially of, this past episode of iMPACT that happened tonight. Pretty good, very good show I thought. I thought it was actually a very entertaining show. I'll get to that in a sec. I don't know if you guys have heard this, I'm sure most of you heard about this, but NMC the second, aka the bad guy, aka Nate, today left YouTube and also deleted, I believe, his Twitter and his Facebook account as well. So yeah, it sucks. I can't honestly say that I'm best friends with Nate, but him and I are, we are friends, and I wish him nothing but the best, and hopefully he'll come back soon. I have a feeling he'll come back soon. He'll come back, but I don't know specifically what happened. Supposedly, according to Wrestling Crackhead, it was just personal reasons, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna ask. Just I respect it, and hope all goes well for him. Alright, Nate? Bad guy, yo. Hey, yo. So anyway, TNA iMPACT Wrestling. First of all, they put on a pretty good show tonight. The show pretty much started off. If I get out of order here, it's because I watched it on YouTube. I didn't watch it on television because it didn't come on till like literally just now. So yeah, bear with me again. Mr. Anderson, he came out talking about how celebrating his world title win, saying that it was all about him, and that he's finally the welterweight champion, and that he was celebrating and had like this big table with food and everything. Then out comes out Gunner. That's right, guys, Gunner, who seems like he's getting a push. And let me tell you something, I'm actually starting to become a fan of Gunner, because when I heard him on the mic tonight against Mr. Anderson, this guy is actually pretty decent on the mic. I think he's actually pretty good in the mic skills department, and I think TNA is doing a good job of pushing him, because remember, for a while TNA was not pushing many of the young guys, if any of the young guys. It was just mainly like the big old guys. Now they're starting to push up the young guys, which TNA was originally all about. So so far so good. And anyway, they're kind of promo against each other, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, all your friends." Mr. Anderson saying, "I have no friends. These aren't my friends." Blah blah blah. And he goes, "Really? Well, it seems like about a week ago you asked me for your help." And then Mr. Anderson dumped beer on Gunner. Gunner, I believe, it was either a spine buster or a power bomb, threw him right through a table, which later on set up for the main event, being Mr. Anderson versus Gunner. Then we had Rob Van Dam versus Samoa Joe. This match was lead on to what is it called? It's called the Bound for Glory series. Yeah, Bound for Glory series. Basically, leads to like this huge tournament to determine the #1 contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship at Bound for Glory. So yeah, yes, guys, they're already pumping up for Bound for Glory. Then we had this match between Samoa Joe and Rob Van Dam. It was a good match. I liked it. Pretty entertaining. At one point, I thought Joe was gonna win. It seems like Joe has been losing a lot lately. I don't know if that might just be me, noticing stuff, but it seems like he's losing a lot lately. I know some people are kind of losing interest in Joe. I'm still a fan of the big guy. Rob Van Dam wins after countering the what is that called? Freaking move that he does on the turnbuckle, Joe. The rear naked choke, whatever. Anyway, Rob Van Dam hits a 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3, your winner, Rob Van Dam. And then we have this little confrontation backstage between Hulk Hogan. We have Kurt Angle in the ring. He's talking about how he's glad this rivalry is over between him and Jeff. It's finally over. Guess what, kiddies? It's not over. That's right. This feud continues. 8 months and this feud continues. Jeff Jarrett comes out talking about how he wants one more match, just one more opportunity at Kurt Angle, saying no Karen, no kids, no nothing, just him and Kurt Angle, and saying that he would move to Mexico and all this crap. And Kurt Angle's like, really, all right, go get a bunch of what was it? He said lawyers, whatever, get a bunch of whatever, and get a piece of paper and pen, and let's make it official. You and me in a fight, in a brawl. which would lead on to later on into the night, which would lead into a parking lot brawl. That's right, a parking lot brawl on TNA between Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. So Jeff Jarrett later on ends up being in Hulk Hogan's office, talking about how Jeff's the man, blah blah. So Jeff leaves. And then comes in Sting. Hogan tells, "Don't worry, Sting. You got your rematch at what is it, July 4th? Yeah, July 14th, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it's July 14th. That Sting gets his rematch at Mr. Anderson for the World Heavyweight Championship." And Sting basically, Sting has like this new gimmick. I swear, people are calling this Joker gimmick. I didn't believe it at first until I'm like looking at it. Sting has literally lost his goddamn mind. He does remind me of the Joker. I mean, I don't know if TNA really just now got interested watching The Dark Knight or something, but I'm telling you, I'm liking this new Sting thing. He started talking with Hogan, talking about WCW, talking about how he bolts to the ground and saying, "Oh, you think you're the real? Is this the real Hulk Hogan? The real Hulk Hogan? This is just the sellout Hulk Hogan. You're, blah blah blah," and basically attacked Hogan and put a red paint on Hogan's face and just walked out. It was a good promo. It was a good segment. It was very entertaining, I gotta say. Later we had a Knockouts tag team match for the Knockouts tag team titles. We had Miss Tashmacher and Velvet Sky versus Sarita and Rosita. The match itself, was alright. Velvet gets distracted by ODB, who's in the crowd. It's also kind of which brings in that 2-on-1 attack from Sarita and Rosita on Miss Tashmacher. Sarita pins Tashmacher 1-2-3, your winner and still Knockouts tag title champions. Rosita and Sarita. Then ODB comes to the ring with Jacqueline. That's right, guys. Jacqueline's back apparently. Beating up on Velvet Sky and Miss Tashmacher. So obviously, ODB is continuing this whole typical, knockouts, because apparently in the ODB's mind, the knockouts are turning into like Barbie dolls type of deal, and Jacqueline, as we all know, is a very physical woman. She's not really much of a Barbie doll. She's a very tough woman. So is ODB. So obviously this, rivalry continues with now Jacqueline in the mix. What else do we have? Oh, we had Devon versus Hernandez of Mexican America. This match was alright. Hernandez ends up getting disqualified from Anarchia. I don't remember his name. And Sarita and Rosita get involved. The Pope was actually near the ramp. He gets up. He makes Anarchia and Hernandez leave the ring. So apparently the Pope all of a sudden is face. So you have a Gunner, I guess, face, even though Eric Bischoff's with him, which kind of makes me seem like, alright, he's like a tweener or something, because Bischoff's heel. And now Pope is the face. Yeah. TNA, you still have amazing abilities of turning people face and heels magically out of nowhere. And then we had a very good match. Very good match. Triple threat match, X Division style. Austin Aries, that's right guys, the TNA debut of Austin Aries, Kid Cash, and the TNA return, you could say, of Jimmy Rave. Great match. Great high-flying match. This is what the X Division was about. This is what, TNA was all about, back in the day. It wasn't so much of the entertainment and the slow pace. No, it was about fast-paced action, entertaining right there. And, Austin Aries picks up the victory, and I guess at Destination X, he's going to be fighting for a contract for TNA, so hopefully he gets that. Now, this is good. This is good stuff. Now, hopefully this isn't just, because Destination X is around the corner, we're all of a sudden going to show the X Division, and after Destination X, we're going to go back to normal. Because if they go back to normal, I'm just going to be so pissed off. Like, god damn, TNA, really? But hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's, a face in the new direction, which is what TNA was all about and what made it fun. So hopefully that will happen, because that's good stuff in my opinion. Yeah, Cena, baby. No Cena. And last but not least, we have two things. We had Mr. Anderson versus Gunner. Pretty good match. Gunner, like I said, he's getting a push. Hits, I don't know what that move is called. It's kind of like the F5. Check the picture of the F5 on Mr. Anderson. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Gunner. Non-title match. So let me get this straight, TNA. Gunner loses to Eric Young and loses the television championship, but in back-to-back weeks, was it back-to-back weeks? No, but he pins the two different guys who just happened at the time being TNA welterweight champion, Sting and now Mr. Anderson. How the hell does that make sense? Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan, like I said, I'm a fan of Gunner, but really, how does this make sense? Ugh. But anyway, I'm liking this, Gunner thing. The other problem with me with this whole Gunner thing, it seems like, what is Gunner gonna do? Because Kurt Angle is supposed to be the #1 contender for the TNA welterweight championship, and Mr. Anderson has to defend it at the 14th of next month to Sting. Yeah. So last but not least, we had the parking lot brawl between Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. It was pretty cool. It was kind of fun to watch. It was something new, something different in TNA. I don't remember the last time TNA had a parking lot brawl. The only time I can remember a parking lot brawl really in wrestling history was I think I saw it last night on the SmackDown DVD. John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero. That was pretty fun to watch. But this was all right. This was decent and pretty good. Jeff Jarrett looked like he had Angle down in submission. He started walking away. Kurt Angle's like, oh yeah, I'm not done yet. And then, Kurt basically beats the living hell out of Jeff Jarrett. And Pope has this one funny line. He's saying, I don't care who wins. I just want to see a fight. Oh, man. That guy cracks me up. So anyway, that was Impact. Entertaining. I enjoyed it. Wow, this video is a lot longer than I thought it was. So, I don't know what you guys thought. Hopefully you guys did see Impact. And hopefully it's a step in a new direction. Alright. Peace, my pin.